Hello, welcome to this episode. In this episode, we'll talk about shifting from corporate social responsibility to core social responsibility. So, my name is Gilbert Angana. I'm the CEO of Ascent Leadership Group. As Ascent Leadership Group, our focus is to advance leadership and governance through coaching, through teaching, through research, consulting, and many other ways so that we can help leaders influence beyond their position. So traditionally, many organizations had this corporate arm of saying that they're actually doing corporate social responsibility as a by the way, as part and parcel of just supporting the communities even as they conduct their core business in whatever they do. And that was so much borrowed from the aspect of citizenship, individual citizenship. So in their case, then you find that organization call it corporate citizenship. So as a good corporate citizen, then there's a way of you giving back to the society through various what they call corporate social responsibility activities. But that dynamic or that paradigm has since shifted. As a good citizen, as an individual good citizen today, it is not just enough for you to support your community in for purposes for the sake of supporting. It is actually our core responsibility now to be able to ensure that in whatever space that we find ourselves in as citizens, that our social responsibility is part and parcel of us. When you're talking about the environment, when you're talking about a social aspect in terms of ensuring that we support social engagements, when you're talking about governance, when you're talking about ethics, it is part and parcel of us today, and is not part and parcel of a by the way thing that we need to be able to do. And that has not shifted in many organizations. You find that many organizations still set up foundations that are more specific driven, either in terms of education, either in terms of environment, and they're forgetting all other aspects of the environmental social aspects that are there in the society. And that's where they go wrong, because that has since shifted from becoming corporate social responsibility to becoming part and parcel of their day-to-day running of the business. Is now the core social responsibility aspect of any organization, any business today operating in any part of the world, that they need to be able to integrate the environmental and social aspect of governance as part and parcel of their work. And in many ways, for example, if you set up foundations that only focus on education, and of course in many of organizations the education aspect is a pick on the brighter students to educate them, to support them in terms of the education focus and so on. What about the average students, who are many? Who will take care of the average students? Because then if the organizations is most organizations are saying that we want to support the brighter students, what about the average students? What about those ones that are not average but they have the potential of possibly improving at some point in their life? Who will take care of them? So it's not about just becoming it's not about the corporate social responsibility aspect, but it's becoming the core social responsibility that as an organization you need to be able to take care. If you're looking at education, look at it from a value chain perspective, holistic, and support in integrating that as part and parcel of your business. If you're an organization and you operate in specific locations, and the statistics that we have in many parts of the world today, including Kenya here, that there is a high rate of unemployment, how is that corporate, how are you as a corporate supporting in terms of providing employment within the local space that you're at? We have issues around different communities where the young generation or the young people are actually involved in a lot of drug abuse and so on. What is the focus that you're playing as an organization in championing the aspect of self-leadership within these young generations to ensure that they actually improve on those areas? We have issues, for example, around teenage pregnancy in most of the parts in Africa, for example. What are the organizations doing in that space? Look at the climate change issues. Most of the organizations are focused on tree planting, but there are many other aspects. I know a number of organizations now are focused on energy usage in their in their premises, issues around other climate change factors that are critical in terms of ensuring that we utilize natural lighting or natural energy. And these are some things that are they're things that are not aside, they're not corporate social responsibility, they are actually core social responsibility. When you're looking at governance and leadership, I mean, in many places you find that we have issues around ethics, integrity. How are organizations championing that? Especially from an inside out perspective, where now they're able to infuse the governance structures in many public institutions. They're able to infuse some capacity building in ensuring that some of our public institutions are also well established and governed properly. And all this cannot be done from viewing the social responsibility as a critical part of just giving back, or as a way of giving back, as a side way of giving back. It is part and parcel and should be integrated within our systems as organizations, especially those in the public, in the private sectors, that it needs to shift from corporate social responsibility to core social responsibility. And we can only do that if our foundations that we've created to be the channels of us driving corporate social responsibilities are given a bigger mandate to ensure that they integrate all aspects of environmental, social, and governance as part of their core focus, and to support the specific organizations to drive the CSR from a corporate social responsibility to a core social responsibility. And this is how then we'll be able to then challenge ourselves to create proper systems, and even infuse that into the public sector and our different countries at large. So I hope I've tried to create some thought-provoking conversations. Follow my channel for consecutive engagement on this matter of core social responsibility, shifting from corporate social responsibility, and hopefully it can give you a mechanism on how you can be able to start putting some structures in order. So thank you very much. My name is Gilbert Angana, and looking forward to the next episode.